Good morning, I'm Michelle. Welcome to today's class. Today's class is all about trying to find the beauty and all the poses, and then maybe taking that with us off our mat, finding the beauty in our day. We'll use yummy yoga poses, we'll use breath work, and we'll use some movement to get out of our busy minds and more into our bodies. So if you're ready, let's come into child's pose. Bring your big toes together to touch. Open up your knees to a comfortable distance. Stretch your arms out either in front of you or alongside your body, hands by your hips. We'll take a few cleansing breaths together. Deep breath in through the nose. Open up your mouth and sigh it out. Again, deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth and sigh it out. One more deep breath in. Open up your mouth. Now we'll narrow our breath down to just the nose. So Ujjayi breathing. In and out of the nose. Start to guide your breath into your low back, and as you exhale, allow yourself to release any tension. With your inhales, feel the spine elongate, feel the ribs expand, feel a slight shift forward in the heart. And on an exhale, feel the heart slightly melt. Feel as if the ribs were releasing in and navel to spine. Use this time to set an intention, an affirmation, or a centering thought. Anything that keeps you focused on your breath. As we get distracted on our mat, we want to keep bringing the awareness to our breathing, to our alignment, to the physical body and the mind. Start to activate your pose. Stretch your fingertips out a little further. Lift up your torso just a little and walk your hands all the way over to the right. So for this practice, we really want to fight to correct the alignment. As we move through the day, maybe we'll take some of these cues with us, like our breath, aligning our spine, because as we drive, we tend to slouch. As we sit at our desk, our shoulders hunch forward. Or maybe as we stand, we lean on one side, putting pressure on our hips. On your next inhale, lift up the torso and walk it over to the left. Just feeling your way through the right side body. And trying to breathe a little bigger each time. Trying to exhale all the way to empty. Breathing into every cell in our body. So when you get to the top of your breath and you feel like you hit a wall, like that's as far as you can breathe, I want you to pause and take another little sip in. Push beyond the wall. So we wake up every cell in the body. Bring it back to center, especially the cells that have been dormant. When you're ready, we're going to lift up to all fours. Line up the creases of your wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Stack your hips over your knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And on an inhale, let the belly dip down into the mat. Pull your heart forward, using your hands to guide your shoulders back. Lift your gaze. Take another little sip in at the top. And on an exhale, push down into the hands, your shins and feet, and round your back body. Hollow out the front body. Feel this strong root down in fingertips and your toe tips. Inhale, let the belly go. Lift your gaze. Find that arch in your low back. Breathe into it. Exhale, round and curl. Push away from the mat. Inhale, maybe this time you pick up your feet and tuck your toes. And exhale, round and curl. Inhale. Keep moving through your cat-cows, or start to make little circles around your wrists, or circle around the whole entire body. Just feeling those places that tend to get missed in our cat-cows. So as we move around, we explore, we feel maybe deeper sensations. I want you to linger there, breathe there, bring some breath, make some space. Reverse your direction, inhale to the left and exhale to the right. And then we'll bring it back to neutral and dial the fingertips back towards the knees. Now you hold the intensity dial for your practice. So I like to say that when we get to this pose, because you dial your fingertips back only as far as you can. And if it happens to be where your fingertips are facing off the mat, that's awesome. It's a process. We're going to take one more deep breath in. Some of you might fly, find your peacock pose, circles. And then we'll keep the toes tucked and sit all the way back on the heels. Oh, someone's thirsty. On an inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up. As we get into the toes, I want you to start to activate your bandhas. Mula Bandha, the space between your sit bones, and Uddiyana Bandha, wrapping in at the ribs. Take one more deep breath in, squeeze your knees a little more, activate the bandhas a little more. On an exhale, you'll cactus your elbows. Bring your fingertips or your fingers to squeeze together. Move your elbows back towards each other and squeeze your shoulder blades in and down. Feel your heart moving forward and up. Inhale, reach with the arms up. Touch your palms together and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Interlace your fingers, push your palms forward and up. On an exhale, find a twist. On an inhale, back to center. And on an exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center and up. Feel yourself rising out of the low back. Feel your alignment. Breathe into it. Exhale, circle your arms around. Bring your hands to the mat. Pick up your feet. Give your toes a little tap or roll around your ankles. Find what works best for you. And then we'll flip the right palm up. Fingertips face the left hand. Rock side to side, or forward and back, or make a big circle, adding it all together. On your next inhale, we'll take the right arm to the right and up. Take a sip here at the top. And then as you exhale, thread the needle. Right arm crosses underneath the body, across the top of your chest. And your left hand gently presses into the mat to roll to the back of your skull. Stay there, or if you have any other version of this pose that you like to play with, I encourage you to play. Maybe the left leg lifts, the left arm extends forward. Maybe the left hand lifts up. Maybe you bend the left knee, grab a hold of the foot, creating a connection. Pull the foot and push into the hand at the same time. On an inhale, if that left leg is up, keep it up. Place your left hand back down right by your face. A nice grip, fingertips gripping the mat. Inhale, unwind. Reach your right arm to the right. And then sweep with the right arm forward, balancing table. Exhale, rounding curl. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. Bring your right elbow to your right hip. Hollow out the belly, chin to chest. Inhale, stretch and reach. And exhale, pull it in, rounding curl. Angry cat your spine. Inhale, last one. Exhale, rounding curl, pull it in. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, reach it back, grab your left foot or ankle. Inhale, kick into the hand, lift your gaze. Steady your gaze, conscious breathing for 5, 4, 3. Hand and foot are equally pressing into each other. Side plank. Right hand down, right foot spins off the mat like a kickstand, and your left arm lifts, left leg kicks back. Deep breath in, bicep by your ear. Lower your left foot, take a deep breath in, ground the outer edge of that left foot, put a little bend in your right elbow, and rise all the way up. Take a breath in, reach up with the fingertips, and then your left hand will grab a hold of your right wrist, pull up on the right side body, and take a side bend to the left. Draw the belly back, draw your tailbone down. Relax your face and jaw, and set your gaze. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lowering the right hand back down, lifting the left leg back up. Take your left hand back down. You'll keep your left leg up for your sunbird bows. A lot of variations here. So if you want, walk your hands back a half an inch. Inhale, wrap the elbows in, look forward. Exhale, melt the heart between your hands, chin to the mat. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, sunbird bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sunbird bow. This one will hold. Tuck the back toes. Stay there or lift the knee. Stay there or float your right leg up. Lowering the knee if you lifted it. Lower your other knee. On an inhale, slither through cobra pose. Cobra of your choice. Ah, feels good. Elbows hug in and back. Collarbones broaden. Fingertips gripping, toes gripping, and then magnetize the two towards each other. You should feel this in your triceps and nothing in your shoulders. On an exhale, lift your hips, bring your toes together, and sit back on your heels. Take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth and say, ah. Come back up to all fours, and then circle around your mat a few times in both directions. Oh, crap. Reverse it if you haven't already. And then we'll move to the other side. Flip your left palm up. You can wiggle your fingers, you can move around side to side, make circles, forward, back, whatever feels the best. Lift your belly, soften the shoulders, down the back, neck is long. Right hand gripping the mat. Inhale, sweep with the left arm to the left and up. And on an exhale, thread it through. Left arm comes across the top of the chest. Right hand presses down to roll to the back of your skull the best you can. And then wherever you went in your pose from here, if you stretched your fingertips out, if you lifted a right leg, if you bent a knee, grab the foot. Usually when I'm teaching a class, this is when I get up. So this is not my strong side. I've definitely fallen in class doing this one before, so if that's you, just get back up. We're going to gently release. If the right leg is up, keep it up. Inhale, start to unwind. Strong root down with that right hand. I feel really secure with what's on the mat. Reach out and up, and then reach forward. On an exhale, right knee, right elbow, left hip, hollow the belly, angry cat your spine. Squeeze heel to butt. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, reach back. Hand and foot press into each other. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, modified side plank. Left hand down. Left foot spins off the mat. Right arm lifts, right leg is high. Right bicep by your ear. Lower right foot. Inhale, deep breath in. Find space between your right hip and your right lower rib. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Put a little buoyancy in the left. Rise all the way up. Your right hand will grab a hold of the left wrist. Pull up on the left wrist and gently side bend to the right. Notice, if you can, my right inner arch is lifted. I'm not sinking. I'm not pushing with my big toe down. I'm pushing with my pinky toe down. Really important to protect the knee. Inhale up. Slowly exhale. Lift the right leg. Spin it around. Left foot comes back. Move your hands back a little. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. And on an exhale, sunbird bow. Inhale, rise. I'm going to move my hands back another 1/2 inch. Exhale, sunbird bow. Inhale, rise. So, Sarah, if you're with me, move your hands back another 1/2 inch. Exhale, sunbird bow. Try to get your heart right in between your hands. Tuck the toes. Lower the knees. Slither through to your favorite cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale. Try to even out your breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Feel your fingertips. Feel your toes. Magnetize the two together. Exhale, lift the hips. Tuck your toes this time. Turbo dog. Push belly back towards your thighs. Shins as parallel to the mat as you can get them. Upper arm bones hugging in. Triceps wrapping back. Lower belly drawing to the back. So I'm in a supported spine. On your next inhale, lift your hips a little higher. Grip the mat a little more with your toes and fingers and start to pedal out your heels. So start to move your toes away from the mat. As the heel drops, lift the toes. And then try to lift all 10 toes, even if your heels don't lift. And then if the toes or the heels don't ground. If the toes don't lift, imagine they're lifting, so we take the weight out of them. Take one more full breath in, full breath out. On an inhale, you're going to lift your right leg halfway up, scissor hug your inner thighs. Firm your left thigh, squeeze your right hip into your left. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, bring your thigh to your belly. Maybe knee to nose, maybe knee to forehead. Inhale, reach with the right leg up. Bend the knee and open up your hip. Now, if you want a little more side body action, tense your right fingertips. Walk them forward. Look under your left armpit. Oh, this should feel so good. Watch that left foot. That left heel wants to move to the left. Don't let it. Make sure your right hand comes back down. Lift the left heel. Bring your right knee on an exhale to your right elbow. If you like to fly, fly. Squeeze the heel to your butt. And then inhale, right leg lifts. Not an open hip, not too close, but trying to get extension. On an exhale, right knee in and then over to the left elbow. If you fly, fly. Keep pushing away from the earth. So we're not here, we're here. We're pushing, energetically pushing. Inhale, right leg lifts. And then exhale, right foot up between your hands. Oh, I've got all kinds of stuff in my toes. Lower your left knee down, finding your Anjane Asana, your low crescent lunge. So we're warming up the right hip, we're warming up the back of the right leg. Don't let your right knee go over your ankle. And sweep with your arms to the sky. Now if you're here, I want you to bring yourself back, almost like you're trying to do a back bend. So feel your right heel and your left knee, and simultaneously pull the two towards each other. Inhale, exhale, cactus your elbows. Finding a little more of a back bend. Inhale, the arms reach up, and exhale, frame your right foot. Shift your hips back, finding a half split pose. Be mindful that that back knee is not behind the right heel. It's behind and underneath the left hip. And the right heel lines up with the right hip. Magnetize the two towards each other. If you want more, you know who you are. You can move your right toes to the right. And you can pick up your left foot and move it to the left. And then walk your hands to the right. And again, if you fly, this is another opportunity to bend that right knee, lower your right hip onto the elbows, and float. Make sure your heart is pulling forward. The neck is nice and long. You're not dropping your 10-pound head below your shoulders. And then bring it back. Bend the right knee. Lift the back knee. Look forward and find supported warrior 3. Stay there or find the full expression. Lifting your hands to your heart or reaching your arms back. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. When I really engage my lower belly, I feel like I could stay a little longer. Square the hips off the best you can, soften the right knee, step it back and find warrior 1. So the left toes face up to the left corner of your mat. I don't normally guide this next cue in yoga, but I'm going to here. I'm going to turn my toes a hair to the right, not my heel, my toes. And I'm going to use that ground force to drive my outer right hip back. That wakes up my back outer arch to root down and inner spiral my left thigh forward. One more deep breath here. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, and we'll take an upward twist, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. If that's too much, rest the forearm on the thigh. If it's too much on that back leg, lift your left heel. Stay there or open up and spread your wings. Water wheel your way up. Sweep with the right arm down. As the right arm comes down, start to straighten out the right leg, lift up the arms. Move your hips to the right and find warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. Give yourself a moment to find the pose. Right heel lines up with the back arch. Right knee moves towards the right pinky toe. My inner arches are lifted. My outer arches are grounding. Reach back a little more with your left hand. Inhale, reach with the arms up, straighten out your right leg. Open up your arms, find triangle pose. Move your hips back, firm up the thighs, lift up the kneecaps, reach through with the right fingertips. Keep the shoulders from falling forward and lower your right hand to the inside or outside of the right foot, ankle, or leg. Or take the right hand to your left rib cage and keep spinning the heart to the sky. On your next inhale, rise up, soften the right knee, lift the toes, and pivot your toes in. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, and make a fist. Inhale, lift up the heart, firm the thigh, pull the belly back, and with a flat back, come halfway down. Pause here. Feel your low belly lift. Feel your tailbone lengthen back, not up, not down. And feel the crown of the head moving forward. Slowly on your next exhale, fold all the way over, letting your arms right off the back. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Flip your palms. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Release your hands to your tailbone. Slide your hands down the legs. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and bend your knees a few times, right and left. Inhale and exhale. If you need more, keep moving. If you're ready, 10 to all 10 fingertips. Reach all the way out. Send your hips back over your heels. Keep drawing your navel to your spine. That's going to keep you from falling over. Keep hugging the ribs in and feeling your back elevate and not sink down into the mat. And an inhale, sweep with the right arm to the right. And exhale, bring it back down. We'll do it 4 more times. Inhale out to the right and exhale back down. Inhale, follow your right hand with your gaze. One more, really big. Inhale, exhale. Tense your right fingertips. Firm the thighs. And inhale, left arm. And exhale. Inhale, left arm. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just one more. Inhale. Exhale. Take about 5 more breaths. If you have a practice where you float up into inversions, feel free. Find flight for 5, 4, 3. Now, if I fall over, there's a big spiky thing coming out of that aloe plant behind me. That's going to go in my butt. So I'm being very cautious not to fall. If you have a pike and you're in that headstand, pike. On the other side, when we get into this pose, we're going to pike lifts, just to prepare you. If your legs aren't already, lower your legs and your feet back down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend the knees a few times. And bring it around. Right side lunge. Hands flat. Pivot your toes to the right and reach with your right arm up. Take a breath in. Grip the mat firmly with your left hand. Pick up the right foot and step it behind your left leg. Dancer's bridge. Flip your dog. Lift your heart and hip. Oh, feels so good. Inhale, bend the knees. Circle the right arm around. Find your way into a 3-legged chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Try not to rush out of these key poses, but yet feel your way through those sticky areas. On an exhale, pull the belly back, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Look up at your hands. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. Hands are shoulder distance apart, gripping the mat, wrapping the elbows in, triceps back and down, shoulders away from the ears. Navel to spine, ribs wrap in, heels to the earth, knees soft if you can't get them down. And then we'll inhale, lift left leg, halfway, scissor hug your inner thighs. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, round and curl. Bring your thigh to your belly. Maybe need a nose. Squeeze the heel to your butt. And then inhale, lift the left leg up. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Stay there or walk your left fingertips forward. Oh, it feels so good. Feel that left side body stretch. Look under your right armpit. That left shoulder is going to want to lift. Don't let it. Left hand comes back. Right heel lifts. Left leg straightens. Back and up. Exhale. Left knee left elbow. Squeeze heel to butt. Fly if you fly. This one feels really good too. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Squeeze heel to butt. Lift your head. Make sure your head's not all the way down. Fly if you fly. Push away. Inhale, left leg lifts. And then exhale, left foot steps up between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Untuck the back toes. Take your time getting here. We lingered a little bit, so I want you to really use proper alignment. Fight to get your alignment. Left heel lines up with the left hip. Everything's in one line and hugging back. Right foot, knee and shin are down, lifting up and spiraling forward. Ooh, if you just do that, that might feel really good in the front of the hip. Sweep with the arms up if you like that sort of thing. Lift your gaze, lift your belly, feel your spine being breathed. So the breath's not moving forward, the breath's pulling into the back body. One more inhale here. Exhale, fingers together. Cactus your elbows. Keep melting right hip forward. Inhale, reach up with the arms. Reach forward with your hands to frame your left foot. Half split pose. Pull your left hip up and back. Right hip forward. Belly in. Magnetize left heel to right knee. If you want more and you did it on the other side, move your left toes to the left, right foot to the right, and hands to the left. Fly if you flew on the other side. And slowly coming back. Bending the knee, walking your hands forward, looking forward, supported warrior 3. Or no support. Hands to the heart, or hands reach back or out. Feel your breath, lift your spine. Feel your heart move forward like a cobra heart. Put a little bend in the left knee. Step back with your right foot to warrior 1. And you might need to make adjustments. The feet do not cross paths. They stay open hip bone distance. I'm going to slightly turn my left toes to the left, a hair, so you can't even really see it. You're like, does she even do anything? Probably not. But in here, in my mind, I feel really good in alignment. So fight here for the alignment. Left big toe drives outer left hip back. Outer right foot spirals right hip forward. Your inner arches lift. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then upward twist. So right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Now that back foot, if it's too much pressure on your knee, come to the ball of the foot. Don't compromise your joints just to get into a shape you feel you should be in. Open up, spread the wings, and then water wheel your way up. As we drop the left hand and lift the right, when the left hand comes by the left hip, straighten out the leg. Start to open up your hips to the right. Find warrior 2. Now, I don't know about you, but for me in Warrior Two, my legs go much further out. Notice if that right hip is up, draw it down. Make sure your waistband is even. Left inner foot, you should see it on the inside of the left knee. Stretch with your arms, shoulder over the hips. Arms are strong. So when in yoga, when I see, and it's weird, but it's mostly men, when they're in their Warrior Two, they're like this. And it's like, strong, you're a warrior, strong. So if I came over and put my hands on your arms, they should be like this. You should be resist, resist, resist. Straighten out the left leg, flip the palms, move. Now my right hip is lifted, my left hip is dropping. My left groin is moving to my right heel, creating a side bend. I'm not losing it here by dumping my left shoulder. I'm still lengthening, finding reach. Left hand to the inner or outer left foot, ankle, or leg. Or for me, I'm going to take it on my right rib. Firmly grounded into my feet, lifting up my thighs. Finding space out of the right hip. And slowly rise, Warrior Two. One pumping warrior, reach the arms up. Exhale, Warrior Two. And then straighten the left leg, lift the toes. Spin your toes in. Take your hands to your hips this time. Turn your heels in and toes out. Find horse or find goddess. Tailbone down, belly back, chest forward. Reach arms out. And then we're just going to move side to side, side to side. In the waist, hips don't move. Side, like you're reaching for something, reaching for something. Just two more. Reach and reach. One more. Reach and reach. Inhale, reach the arms up. Sink your hips a little lower and maybe float your heels up. Hold it here for 5, for 4, 3, 2. I don't know about you, but the longer I stay here, the more stability I start to create, the more grounding force I feel in my toes. So if you know me in class, when I get to 3, it's like, oh, I have a story to tell. And then 4 and 5, everyone's like, what about 4 and 5? Here's 4 and 5 right now. Flat back, halfway. So as I inhale, I'm pulling my belly in, sending my hips back, and reaching with my hands forward, trying to touch you, trying to grab you. And then my knees are moving out. My arches are lifting up. My belly is lifting up. For 5. And if you want to move side to side, this feels really yummy. 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hands. Lift your heels, turn your heels back out. Ooh, so good. So option, take your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Take your fingertips, peace sign on the big toes. Walk your hands forward, walk your hands back. Breathe. Or headstands with pikes, lifts, and lower. So if you're in a headstand, pike. Oh, there's that pointy thing. Lower the toes and lift up halfway. Lower the toes, lift up halfway. Lower the toes, lift up halfway. 2 more. Lower and lift. Lower. This time lift right back up into your headstand. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you're in your headstand, have your exit strategy in place and then in play. Once your feet are down, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees left and right. Oh, so good, so good. I like to do this one until everybody's feet are down. I'm the only one, so I'm ready. Bring it back around. Left side lunge. Hands flat. Pivot the toes. Lift your left hand. Take a deep breath in. Grip your mat with your fingertips. That really protects the wrist and helps to strengthen the forearm. Left foot back, dancer's bridge. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, circle around, bend the knees. Bring it around to a three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back, nice and slow, to meet your feet. Feet are hip bone distance apart. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. The back of your legs should feel really good. Feel free to sway side to side. Shake your head no and yes. And breathe deeply. Release your hands and bring your feet together. Toes lift. Gaze is forward, knees are bent. Chair pose. Inhale. On an exhale, we're going to eagle wrap, right elbow under the left. Grab your wrist, thumb, or hands in prayer. Root your left toes and lift your right knee. Cross your right knee over your left. Ganyarasana. Gently guide your knees to the right and your elbows to the left to keep your shoulders and hips stacked. Navel to spine. Strong root down in your left foot. If you want a little more, start to hinge forward from your hips, bringing your elbows towards your knees, fingertips to the shoulders, and feel the spreading of your shoulder blades across your back. Inhale, rise up with the knee. Lower your right foot next to your left. Inhale, reach with your arms up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, eagle wrap your left elbow under the right. Right toes down, left knee up. Cross left knee over right. Hook if it's possible. Move your knees to the left a little. Conscious breathing. Fixed gaze. Hinge from the hips if you did last time. Elbows to knees. Fingertips to the earth. Shoulder blades spread across the back. Navel to spine. Inhale, rise up. Lift up with the left knee. And lower the left foot next to your right. Inhale, sweep out and up with your arms. Lift up your gaze. And take a few cleansing breaths here in a back bend. Firm up the thighs. Lengthen your tailbone down. Not in, not out, but down, somewhere right in the middle. Pull your belly in and up, and lift your heart up. On an inhale, look forward, soften the knees, open up the arms, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, soften the knees and walk your hands out back to your downward facing dog. inhale, right leg lifts. And then your right knee comes to your right wrist for pigeon pose. Oh, pigeon feels so good in this flow. So you can get your right shin parallel to the top of the mat. That's awesome. If not, that's awesome too. Right knee either lines up with the hip, knee and hip, or if you've been practicing a while, that right knee should move over to the right without too much effort. And then lower your hands down, lower to your elbows, or I like move your elbows out of the way, make a pillow with your hands, and rest your head down. Focus on your breath, because as we get into these still poses, the mind tends to get busy again. Observe the thoughts as they show up and let them go on an exhale. And then take that with you today. Instead of getting wrapped up in the thoughts and creating a story, try to let it go on an exhale. Allow yourself to be present, to be still and calm. If you want to stay longer here, stay longer. If you're ready to come up, bring your hands back down. Take your right hand towards the center of the mat. Reach back with your left hand for your left foot or ankle. Make sure your left knee stays down as you bend the knee and reach for the foot. If that's not possible, you might need a strap or a towel to hold on to. Or maybe you just bend the knee and pretend you're grabbing the foot. Don't force yourself into these poses, no matter how pretty they might look. It's about what they feel like. Listening to your body. Notice where your head is. Notice if you're sinking instead of rising, keep pulling your belly back. And on your next inhale, we're going to tuck the back toes and sweep the right leg back and up. And we're going to tap the toes down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring the knee in without lifting that left heel. In and back. In, back. 2 more, maybe this one you circle. And then we'll step the right foot down and lift with the left foot. And bring your left knee to your left wrist for pigeon pose. However you did it on the other side, try to mirror it over here. Walk with your hands out, maybe your elbows, maybe all the way to your belly. I have a little more sensation on my left side today. Not every day, but some days. So I'm going to stay right here on my elbows. Not that I don't want to feel the tension, but the tension doesn't feel quite right when I go deep. So I'm listening to my body today. As much as I want to lower my chest and really get into this pose, as I say in yoga, get down and dirty. I don't want to get so dirty today. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or pressing the tongue or pressing the lips. All of that causes tension in the back of our neck, the gritting of our teeth. Just relax. If you need to stay longer, stay longer. Coming up, moving left hand in just a little for stability, and reaching back with your right hand for your right foot or ankle. Squeezing heel in. Doing your best to keep that right thigh facing down. Doing best not to shoulders in the ears or head hanging low. A lot of times I see this in yoga and I'm like, lift your head. And then we'll gently release, tucking the back toes, lifting up, stretching back with the left leg, and then 5-toe taps. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. One more, down, up, knee in. Keep that heel down. As the knee comes in, see if you can push your heel down even more. And back. In and back. In, maybe circle this time. Left foot next to right. We'll take one more vinyasa. You don't have to. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Now, if you like to float through, spread your hands out a little wider. I have my fingertips, 2 of them, off the mat. Step your feet in just a little, not too much. Put a bend in your knees. Don't look down because your feet will land down. Look up, hop it through. See if you can find boat pose. Supported, straight legs, or bent knees. When I bend my knees, my legs go woo. So for me, this is actually easier. Not really. 10, 9, lift your heart, pull your belly back, shoulders back and down. 8, 7, spread your toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly flex your feet, lift your arms, pull the belly in. Flex your feet, lift your arms, pull your belly in. Don't lean back, lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. Inhale up. I'm going to use my towel and I'm going to grab it around the soles of my feet. I like this for when my back's not feeling that great. It helps to take that femur bone and plug it back up into the hip socket. As you pull the belly in. If I just dumped the weight, I wouldn't be maximizing the benefits of this pose. So I'm going to pull my belly back, pull my heart forward. Pull my belly back, heart forward. I'm not leading with my chin. My head is in neutral. I'm moving my torso as one unit. So I'm not sticking my belly onto my thighs. I'm pulling my chest or pulling my shoulders back to guide my chest to my toes. My neck is long. Can walk the hands up the towel or the strap. But feel the sense of pulling back. Awesome. Take your right foot to the right and bring your left heel in. Can use your strap again. Inhale, reach up with the arms. Exhale, twist to the right and fold. Take a full breath in here. And a full breath out. And then inhale, come up and just switch. Bring your left foot to the left. Right heel in. Reach up with your arms. And twist to the left. And fold. Inhale, rising up, taking your hands back behind you, placing your feet down, hip bone distance apart, reverse tabletop. Inhale, plug the fingertips, lift up your hips, lift your gaze, exhale the head back if it's possible. Deep breath in through the nose, lion's breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale, lion's breath. One more. Inhale, chin to chest. Lower your seat. Stretch your legs out. Flip your palms. Give the wrists a little stretch. Sweep up with the arms. Exhale as slowly as you can. Reach forward with your hands. Draw your lower belly in. And do your best to get every bone in the back on the mat, one vertebra at a time. Once you get there, pause. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, hands by your side. Bend your knees. Bridge pose. Feet hip bone distance apart. Imaginary block or block between your legs. So your energy is inward, not outward, inward. On an exhale, the back presses down, tailbone curls, you peel yourself up. My knees didn't splay out. My knees and thighs are moving forward and up. Everything's got this upward energy. My feet, my inner foot is pressing down and in. My glutes are not squeezing. They're engaged because I can't help it, but I'm not making that my priority. My priority is my feet. Option to keep your hands here. Lift your chin off your chest. Option to interlace your fingers. Option to reach your arms back, palms face up. And then final option would be a full wheel. Inhale, press down in order to rise up. For 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more. On an inhale, you're going to slowly lower all the way down. Resist the urge to hug the knees in and lift your arms and legs up. Notice what you're feeling and if movement is what you need. Roll around your ankles, roll around your wrists, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Happy baby pose. Hands to the inner or outer edges of your feet. Focus on alignment here. Tailbone down, back down. So if your knees are all the way up here and you're grabbing a hold of this, that's awesome. As long as your tailbone, back, and shoulders are down. It's not about the knees and getting it. That's not the pose. This is the pose right here. This is the shape. That's it. If you want more, kick into your hands and straighten out one leg at a time or both. Keep your tailbone down. We do one at a time just to make sure we're focused on the tailbone. Don't just focus on kicking the leg out. Focus on tailbone down, leg out. Tailbone down, leg out. Tailbone down, legs out. Lift your legs up and cross your right knee over your left. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Open up your arms wide like a T. Place your left foot down. Scoot your hips to the right. And then move your knees over to the left. Oh, so good. So if you were given an option, right shoulder down or knees down, right shoulder wins every time. Inhale, gaze up. Bring your knees up. Center your hips. Uncross your legs. Left over right. Bring the knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Open up the arms. Lower the right foot. Scoot your hips to the left and lower the knees to the right. Left shoulder down. Don't worry about the knees. When you're ready on an inhale, bring it back to center. Center your hips, uncross your legs. Bring your knees in. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders and give yourself a little hug. Keep your head up. Lift your legs up. If you have anything going on in your head, your neck, or your shoulders, lower your head back down. Reach with your arms forward. Orange under your chin, so chin not on the chest and chin not up to the sky, but somewhere right around the middle. Orange under the chin, squeeze your feet, squeeze your inner legs, and lower for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep the back down. 4, keep the legs squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Flutters. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Shoulders off the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower a little more. Open your legs the width of your mat. Reach up for your feet. Bring your legs a little closer and little pulses up. For 10, 9, 8. Orange under the chin. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your feet back up. Reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. Pull the belly in, pull the belly in, pull the belly in. Slide the soles of your feet together. Place right hand on top of left. Reach forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Left hand on top. Reach forward. Belly in, back down. Supported spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot to the right, left foot to the left. Lower your head. Bring your right ear to the mat. Take your left arm up and over. Breathe into the entire left side of the body. Feel the left lung. Feel your left rib lifting up and out of the waist. Open up your mouth and say, Bring your gaze back, bring your left arm back. Bring your left ear to the mat. And your right arm up and over your head. Deep breath in, right side body. Feel the rib cage lifting. Feel the breath moving up into the lymphatic system. And exhale. And bring it back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open up your mouth and say, Final pose. your relaxation pose. Find your inner smile, your kind eyes. Do a scan of your body from your toes to the top of your head, making sure everything is relaxed. And then stay here for 10 minutes. Thank you, yogis. Namaste.